Hey guys, welcome to the podcast, Mic'd Up with PK. Again, we've been missing in action for a bit, but we came back. I managed to look for another Zambian who's managed to do great things out here in the UK, and we've been talking for some time for him to be on the podcast, but finally he he managed. He made some time for us. Dr. Mumbi, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, Peter. I appreciate it
How,
indeed.
how do you normally like to be addressed? Because you're a man of many titles. You're a doctor, you're a DJ Shimumbi.
Shimpundu, not
Oh,
Shimumbi.
what am I saying? Shimpundu. How did the Shimpundu name come about?
Shimpundu, of course, in Bemba, means father of twins.
Yeah.
I do have twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from there, people started calling me Shimpundu, Shimpundu.
Yeah.
And my name is Henry Mumbi. I don't prefer much to be called Doctor Henry Mumbi. Yeah. Although, of course, yes, I deserve to be called a doctor because
You do. You are one.
I suffered, but I prefer to be called. It depends on the context.
Yeah.
In this context, I would prefer to be called Shimpundu.
Okay. Does it mean you only started playing after you had your twins, or did you play before that and have a different name?
That's an interesting question. I started doing DJing before I got married.
Yeah.
So that time it was somewhere in Greece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What names were you using?
DJ HM.
DJ is that
Henry Mumbi.
Henry Mumbi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no wonder sometimes I do say DJ HM Shimpundu Bulashu.
Right.
Those are the four.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I want you to take me back a bit. I want you to tell me about your formative years. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? How was your upbringing?
Yeah. I was born in Lusaka.
Yeah.
An area called Chikoleka.
Oh, yeah?
If you're familiar with Lusaka, Chikoleka is just opposite Chilenje and next to Arakan Barracks on the other side, where there's Ridgemont Primary School, and also there's a Catholic church there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that Bauleni then?
No. This is in Lusaka, Chilenje area. There is the forest.
Yeah.
Chikoleka Forest.
Yeah.
And part of it, I think, it was taken by the former government.
Or is it the one where they've developed like some
they wanted to
gated community or something?
They were building a church or something, I don't know, of that nature.
Right.
Yeah, it's between Woodlands,
Yeah.
Chilenje, and Arakan Barracks. That's where I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's way back.
Is this because I've never heard of the name
Chikoleka?
So I'm really trying to make my geography work here.
Yeah.
Is it the area where they used to sell like a lot of like necessary vegetables?
Yes, plants. Yes.
Yeah, I know the area.
Yeah.
I know the area.
Because my grandfather was actually they used to call them Kapenda Mabula those days.
Yeah.
They were responsible to actually look after the plants and timber as well. Yeah. So usually we used to live that time. We used to live in Libala Stage 3.
Yeah.
And according to tradition,
yeah,
usually when the wife is pregnant, the man used to say, "Go and give birth to your parents."
Yeah.
So that's why I ended up being born in Chikoleka.
Okay.
Yeah. And after that, we stayed in Libala Stage 3.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my parents divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a result, when they divorced, mom returned back to Chikoleka.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, we went to Chilenje. I remember staying with my uncle.
Yeah.
Then from Chilenje, we managed to get a plot in Bauleni. That's where we built, like a house from the mud. Those houses. Yeah.
So during this time, who do you move with? Your mom?
My mom. My
Okay.
mom. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom. Yeah. So I moved out with my mom with my two siblings at that time.
Yeah. Okay. And how was life after that? Did life change or did it stay the same? How were you affected by this?
Because I was very young.
Yeah.
I was very young. So I grew up with my mom, who was a single mom.
Yeah.
And literally my dad didn't play any role in my upbringing. I only saw dad when dad was dying in hospital.
Was it?
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I was about 12 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about 12. And he apologized anyway, for not looking after us. And I forgot. I just said, oh, this is life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, mom was instrumental in my life.
Yeah.
And mom used to talk about education.
Yeah. So when you lived in Bauleni and your mom was talking about education, what schools did you attend? What schools were you going to?
I started grade 1 in 1974 at Ridgemont Primary School.
Okay.
So we used to walk all the way from Bauleni to Ridgemont Primary School, which is next to Arakan Barracks.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the distance. So we used to walk, from Bauleni every single day and going back.
So you have a true story of walking a long distance, because sometimes it seems like a lie when parents say, I used to walk a very long distance.
No, then I think a lot of my friends can actually testify. It was those days. It was normal.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remember we used to jog and sing songs.
Yeah.
And there was one period when there was this fear of saying, "Kuli bantu bamene bacheka abafana batenga mutima," bakamcheka, and that was the name, bakamcheka, and so on. So we used to move as a group, just to
be safe.
To be safe.
Yeah.
It's doable. We managed.
So you do your primary at Regents. Is that where you completed?
Yeah, because that's where I discovered my other talent regarding dancing and singing. It was at Ridgemont Primary School, where I joined the culture group.
Yeah.
I was, and the drama as well. So I was like the star, of Ridgemont Primary School.
Yeah.
And I even forgot what my mom used to say about education, because every time they used to tell us, oh, we go to perform this school, we go to perform to that school. And I didn't have time to actually study, read, and so on.
Yeah.
And I failed grade 7.
Yeah.
Because in my life, I've always tried to be honest.
Yeah.
I failed grade 7.
Yeah.
And I remember going to tell my mom, but my name is not there, because those days we had to go to the school where you actually applied, or at the school they will put the names of those, they will list them and so on.
Yeah.
And I looked Nayanga and so
nothing.
Nothing. Maybe nothing.
Yeah.
I went, and when I reached home, I was just crying. I told mom, I said I failed grade 7. And mom said, no, it's not the end of the world. We'll go back, and then we'll talk to the headmaster, because you've been the star of the school, to repeat. And Peter, unfortunately, when we went there, the headmaster just said, no, there are no places at all. No places in grade 7. And we tried to say, I've been doing all this. I said, no, but just to cut the story short, I ended up at Mukandawire Primary School.
Okay. Did you then go back to grade 7, or you managed to get a place?
I went to grade 6.
Oh,
you can imagine, because grade 7 there, they said there was no place.
Yeah.
So I thought at one point I was just saying, you know what, school is not for me. Let me just start working or doing some piecework and all that. Yeah. But I just said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you can imagine grade 6, and my friends were together. They were in Form 1, putting on trousers, and me, I was in the khaki shorts still.
Yeah.
And those days it was crucial as well. They used to, they started now fooling you, calling you all the names and all that, and so fair. But I didn't mind. I didn't mind that. It didn't affect me.
Because I was about to ask how that affected you.
It didn't affect me, because I knew that somehow, something gonna happen, something dramatic in life, because I'm somebody who doesn't just give up.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, you go back to grade 6.
Yeah.
What happens after that? You write your grade 7.
Yeah, I wrote
point.
my grade 7, and when I was in grade 6, they started calling me professor.
Why?
Because every time now, it's like I was so serious reading and all that, and we wrote. I was so like overconfident. Actually, that's the word. And we wrote the exams and so on, and the results came.
Yeah.
And I went to check the results. My name was not there.
Oh.
Yep, my name was not there. I checked the name. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. I went and told mom, and this time I was not even crying. I told mom. I said,
"This has happened again."
It has happened, and my name is not there on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Sure." I said, "I'm sure it's not there."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't just. And after some time, just to digest it, I met a friend of mine and said, "Oh, have you heard that there's another list they've released? Yeah, you can go and see the headmaster and so on."
Yeah.
And I went there, and they said, "Oh, you passed." But there was just a mistake because there was a second part and so on.
Yeah.
So you passed, and you're supposed to go to Livala Secondary School, where I had actually applied.
Yeah.
But at that moment, you
were making other plans.
Somebody, Kablonga Boys Secondary School. Mm-hmm. Those days, there was a member of staff. After they just said, we can try to, after interviewing me, to give you a place.
Yeah.
So I was given a place. At Kablonga Boys Secondary School. Mm-hmm. And but I didn't feel like I ended.
Yeah.
So I sort of wanted to tell them. I say, you know what, I just want to go to Livala Secondary School.
Yeah.
But I compared the distance between Bauleni and Livala Secondary School, and then I just said, you know what, I'll just be here at Kablonga. So that's why I ended up at Kablonga Secondary School, and that was 1983.
Wow.
As a Zeze.
Yeah.
Quail.
Afternoon.
Yeah. No.
Zeze is a grade.
It's just like you've started. You've just started. Quail. We used to go. Quail and so on. Yeah. So that's my journey. You can imagine. I lost almost 2 years in terms of education.
Yeah.
But I caught up. And I passed. We're the first ones to write in grade 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wrote my grade 9 in 1989, and passed. Went to grade not 89. What am I talking about? That's 83.
Right.
83, 85.
Okay.
Yeah, 85. Yes, 85. Wrote my grade 9.
Yeah.
84 wrote my grade 9. 85 I was in grade 10. I finished in 87. Kablonga Boys.
What do you do after that?
After that, I did very well. And I got a place at University of Zambia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I somehow I doubt myself in life. Somehow.
What do you think caused that? Was it your grade 7 hiccup?
I think it's a Bauleni thing. When you're growing up in Bauleni, Chimunzi, and all that, people, sometimes friends and so they take away that confidence. Like even when you're at Kablonga, you see people making groups where they meet and all that. Yeah. So when I was applying, I wanted to do medicine.
Yeah.
But I wasn't confident with my chemistry and physics.
Yeah.
And then I applied for a Bachelor of Science with Education. In other ways, being a teacher maybe in biology and so on. But when the results came, I had a distinction in chemistry. I did well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I went to University of Zambia, again, people started now, it is when you are young, fresh. They're saying, oh, bakuchikwakwa. Meaning that you are
like
doing
the second selection, is it?
No. Chikwakwa. It's a term we used to say, like, if you are studying something rather than hard sciences, natural sciences.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like if you are doing law, those humanities and social sciences, we used to call that chikwakwa.
I see.
And I'm telling you, that's a very, very bad, sort of perception. Because at the end of the day, if there's a young person listening to me, actually, the Chikwakwa people make more money in life than when you do hard sciences.
Yeah.
So that's what. And I went there and I was saying, I'm gonna end up being a teacher, and with the chalk in my hand and so on.
Yeah.
I stayed at campus, University of Zambia, only for 8 months.
Yeah.
And I left.
Where was the next journey taking you?
The next journey took me to the Zambia Air Force.
Oh yeah.
So
Had you already applied, or you quit before getting a place?
No, what happened is I had to apply first of all, because it's a long process.
Yeah.
I applied, and of course that was a UNIP time count, period. Applied, and my name came in the newspaper. I checked and so on. Among
what paper is this?
The Times and Daily, of course.
Yeah.
And where there were more than 1,000 of us.
Yeah.
And they only wanted 90 people.
Yeah.
In the Air Force, I remember. And we went for the HQ, and there was a queue, my dear.
Yeah.
ZAF Lusaka. ZAF, HQ.
Yeah.
And there we interviewed and all that and so on. And again, a list came, for 19 names.
Then
because we were air crew. List. Yeah, we were air crew, and I was among those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and we went to Livingstone to start our military training.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did part of the military training in Livingstone, and thereafter we were separated in 2 groups.
Okay.
One group went to Mumbi for fixed wings, jets, and air transport, and so on. And the other group went to Mbala, for helicopters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was one of those groups went to Mbala for helicopter.
And how long were you there?
I was there. We did the training, flying the Kamasmo helicopter, here and there, and initially I was so excited, but later on after flying, of course with my instructor, I think I lost interest. I lost interest, and I also discovered that I wasn't very good at doing things with my hands. Yeah, and I thought probably it's better, I just quitted there. And that's when my instructor came, went to Lusaka for a funeral, and I was given another instructor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, this instructor, I won't mention the name because he's late now. But the way he actually treated me in the cockpit, I'll never forget. But for the sake of the interview, I'll mention it, because when you're flying the helicopter, we have what we call a cyclist stick, which is on the middle, and then we have a collective lever, where there's the power as well, and then we have the pedals, which we control the rotor at the back. So the cyclist, when you want to move forward, you push it forward. When you want to move back, when you want to go the other side, you move it. That's the cyclist. And then the collective lever, when you want to go up, you lift it. And then when you're lifting it, you're opening the throttle, which is for the power as well. And you're flying. But this instructor was telling me the way I was holding the collective lever
was not
good. It was like I was holding my mother's thigh.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So you can imagine. And anyway, somebody was got a temper.
Yeah.
Somebody's telling you that you're holding a cyclist stick as if you're holding your mother's thigh. And I loved my mother so much. It was like an insult.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was like an insult. And from there, I just lost it. Yeah, but then I couldn't make it, to go solo. Yeah. But I saw my other friends, brilliant. We had one, pilot who was very good, and I'll mention the name because I'm really, really, and this is General Muma. Yeah, David. He was one of the best. Yeah, and he became air commander later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now your journey seems to be a very long one.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you've spent quite a few years on this earth. How do you become doctor? How does that journey start? A doctor is in 2 ways. There is medical doctor. You're a medical doctor, and there's a doctor because you have done a PhD. Sure.
Yeah, doctor of philosophy.
Yeah.
So in my case, the Air Force sponsored me to go to Greece. To start medicine. So
at what point does this happen? Because you have
after after I stopped flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I met with my, superior boss. That time it was Anania Lungu, who was the commander. Yeah. And Anania Lungu said, "Oh no, we've got, something coming up."
Yeah.
And the scholarship came, and I was one of those who was chosen to go to Greece.
Yeah.
So I went to Greece under the Air Force, to start medicine.
Okay.
And I went there. We were living in the military cantonment, but we're going in the civilian institution.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was your time in Greece?
I was there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for 4 years in Greece, and of course, I was learning at the university. I was learning in Greek, not in English, in Greek. So I speak Greek now.
But then, at what point do you learn the language?
In the first,
do you first learn the language?
Yeah, you first, 1 year. One academic year was just learning the language.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so then, the second academic year, we go in year 1 doing medicine.
Right.
Yeah, so that 1 year, we're able to learn the language.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's what happened. And then when I went back to Zambia, because I left my fiancée there, who was also in the Air Force, an officer as well, because I was commissioned by, President Kaunda at that time, the late KK. I'm proud, to have served in the Air Force.
Yeah.
I left my fiancée there, and we got married.
Yeah.
But however, my fiancée was not cleared, security-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, but she traveled to join me in Greece.
When you say what does that mean? Not cleared.
It means in the security. For those who are in the security sectors, they know, because all officers, if you're working in the security, you need to be cleared before you leave the country.
Right.
Yeah. So my wife was not cleared and left the country and came to join me. Even if she had put in a letter to resign, it wasn't actually officially, endorsed.
Yeah.
So as a result, my scholarship was cut.
Right.
And we recalled to go back to Zambia.
From Greece?
From Greece, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
And what happened after that? And I discovered that my wife was also pregnant.
Yeah.
So we came over to the UK, because the sister was, was working in the hospital.
Yeah.
And so on. We passed by here, and intention that for me, I will remain in Greece, because I had applied for a scholarship, and the Greek government gave me a scholarship.
Yeah.
So in other ways,
this is now independently
away from that. So I left my wife in the UK and went back to, to Greece to go and study. And when my twins were born in the UK, I wasn't even there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I was studying.
Yeah.
So it is when now, my wife started now saying that it's expensive. She couldn't manage to, to raise the children on her own. That I decided to come and.
At that time, when you're in Greece, you're just learning. You're not working.
I was doing, just some of the, just selling watches with my friends, my Nigerians and so on, just to have, some money to pay rent and so on. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So she says she's not managing
and so on. And this is the time when I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
I'd already started doing the clinics in the hospital and all that, becoming a doctor, but I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
Whether it's my education or my career or my family.
Yeah.
And I said my family.
Yeah.
And then that's when I left Greece and then joined. And that time, Zambians, we used to come in the UK, without applying for a visa.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Wow.
Things have changed now.
Things are crazy.
Yeah. Things have changed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I left Zambia in 1990, which is 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I came to in the UK in 1994.
Right.
So I've been in the UK for 31 years. So I joined my, my wife, and then later on we applied for what we used to call, the working visa, for 2 years. They used to give a working visa for 2 years.
Yeah.
And with that, I got a job at the Zambia High Commission. That's where I used to work.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the commission?
I was employed as what we call the local staff.
Okay.
Yeah, not a diplomat, a local staff.
Right.
So
that you're employed as a resident of the UK.
Yeah, just a local staff, meaning that you're not part of the we're just helping servicing. Yeah, that's how. And I remember the person who recruited me was the late Lav Mutesa, was the High Commissioner.
Yeah.
After I had told my story regarding my military experience, he said, "Oh, we need you here with your experience." Yes, and then from there, I decided to study That's when I started now studying like hell.
Yeah. What were you studying?
I started with my master's degree first of all at City University in London.
Yeah.
So I did master's in management.
Yeah.
Yeah. After finishing my master's, I enrolled on a PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was about to finish my PhD, I enrolled for an undergraduate degree in Scotland.
Yeah.
So in other words, I was doing 2 courses at the same time.
Yeah.
Living in Scotland and also doing my PhD in Leicester and my family in London. So I used to trek like that.
I want to get something because when you say you went to UNZA, you said you had this something you can call maybe a lack of esteem because of where you come from.
Yeah.
At this point, with what you are doing, you seem to have a lot of confidence. At what point do you
my confidence changed? My confidence changed when I came to this country.
Yeah.
Because I realized that in this country, actually, they despite what's happening nowadays, but I'm telling you, they embrace diversity. They do embrace diversity. And I had, lecturers who were actually encouraging me.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, I had a speech problem. No wonder you're seeing I'm speaking very fast. Is because I used to stammer.
Right.
I used to stammer, and as a result, I'll be saying
Yeah.
So one person just told me, Henry, just accelerate.
Yeah.
And then
one gear up.
Otherwise wakamba chibwibi batiseka maningi na chibwibi.
Yeah.
So with that sort of background of having a speech problem, it was affecting me at that time, but I'm okay nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays. Yeah. That's it's all about trying to believe in yourself. I started believing in myself, looking at the achievements which I was making. Yeah. And for instance, when I was doing my my first degree in Scotland, one lecturer said, "Oh, Henry, maybe there's something you're not telling us. This essay, the language."
Yeah.
Then I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry, sir. I'm actually about to finish my PhD."
Yeah.
And you know what they did? They gave me a job as an associate lecturer when I was doing my undergraduate there.
Wow.
So I was teaching there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the way I've done things is different from the tradition, because you start with the first degree, master's and PhD. I started with master's, then started my PhD. When I was about to finish my PhD, I started my undergraduate.
Yeah.
So I had my PhD, I graduated, and then went to graduate for my undergraduate.
I'm guessing to be able to enroll for it, you used your other trainings.
Oh yeah, definitely. For my master's, they asked me, because the master's you need to have an undergraduate.
Yeah.
But they had to interview me. I even had to write, an essay, just to show and so on, and they accepted me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, for the PhD, they used my master's, and then for the undergraduate, of course, they used my master's as well. They say, "Oh, you've got a master's already. That's fantastic." Yeah.
Okay. So I'm also trying to touch on your DJing.
Yeah.
At what point do you start through this journey? At what point do you get into it?
Peter, I started DJing in Greece. That time now when I became a civilian.
Yeah.
And I remember very well that place, Mudanya. It used to be some Mudanya. There was this Nigerian DJ who was playing.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go to the loo, the gents.
Yeah.
And then he called me from the crowd, and said, "Hey, come." And then I went there, and that time it was the vinyl, the records.
Yep.
Yeah. And they just told me, say, "Oh, when this finishes, you just put this and then that." And it disappeared. Yeah. And I never mixed, in my life. Yeah. And I was just looking at this, and the music is playing.
Yeah.
And by accident, I just went, and it went, and everyone was saying, "Well." So
it was serendipity.
By accident. And again, I repeated that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. I didn't want even to put the record, and I just continued. And then this DJ came out and said, "What are you doing?" Yeah. And the people are just going to say, "You should come. I teach you." And then that's why he taught me, how to mix the records and so on. That's when I started.
Yeah.
And I bought my own instrument. And that time we even used cassette. Remember the cassettes?
Yeah.
That was before the CDs. Yeah. So that's when I started in Greece, and they used to call me for parties there,
Yeah.
and so on. And I discovered that I was good at DJing and doing the MC, and then again dancing.
Yeah.
So it was like double tovela. Is it triple tovela?
So when you were MCing in Greece, obviously you were using Greek.
Amongst like the Anglophones, I could use English.
Yeah.
But if it's even the Francophones as well, meaning those who speak French, Africans and so on, I will use Greek language.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you come to the UK.
I come to.
You continue DJing.
I continue DJing
as well.
Yeah, I continue
Plus
DJing.
the education. At some point, you become a lecturer. How are you balancing all these things in your life?
It's discipline. From, of course, the military. I'm
Not
a person.
Your
mom. Mainly, I can say the military, because moms sometimes, moms are so sweet.
Yeah.
But sometimes we can set up rules, but we used to break them.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah. But of course, mom was very instrumental in my life. But it's from the military, because the discipline which I have once, and also the willpower. If I say I'm stopping this, I don't drink alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol 23 years ago, and I've never touched alcohol.
What made you stop?
Oh, of course, it was too much. As a DJ, people bring, drinks, that, and so on. I just said, I know this is too much.
Yeah.
And I lost a friend who was from Rwanda. Yeah. After drinking one night, he couldn't open the door, and he froze in winter. Ish. Yeah, and I just said, next it will be me. I just said, time. I had enough. I had to say, and I feel so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be 60 very soon, but I look at my skin, and but of course I do. I do socialize. I do buy people drinks and so on. But you need to control drinking, because alcohol sometimes is not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, that's fine. That's me. That's my choice. Yeah. So discipline. Studying. 6 hours. 8 hours in the library and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your DJing, have you been involved in organizing independence events for Zambians, for instance?
Yes, I've been involved, but with minimal sort of influence, because my ethos, what I believe in is that I'm just going to be hired as a DJ.
Yeah.
I just go and do the play. What I mean? I don't want to be involved, like bringing in the artist and so on, because there are a lot of intricacies which happen and so on. I've been involved. The one which I enjoyed, was the 40th, and
yeah,
that was a bang.
21 years ago.
That was a bang. That was a bang.
Yeah.
Did you? That was 2004. That was 2004.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a band. We had the JKs, we had Danny, and there was a band.
Oh yeah.
Live band. Yeah, live band. Yeah. So I was the DJ as well. That was massive. It was one of the greatest sort of events I've ever participated in. Yeah. Exile was there, I think. Yeah, Nado, I think, also as well. Mumbi. Oh, yeah, a lot of them came in.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What do you think about how these events are being done now? Do you think they've improved from how they were happening then?
Yeah, I have been passive in terms of organizing or being involved in that, because now I have I can call when you're doing DJing, because that time I had a company. I had registered a company because I had to pay tax and all that and so on. And because I used to do corporate, events as well, events and so on. But because of my full-time job, which takes up much of my time as a lecturer, you find that I had to close the company. And now I only, the DJ I do is just sometimes, it's just pro bono. It's just people just say, oh, come and play for the birthday or kitchen party. They give me for a few you know what I mean? Just to say thank you and so on. I'm not doing it like for a business. But at the end of the day, my advice is that when you want to make up a show, make sure that you have sponsors.
Yep.
you have sponsors who are going to cover for the air tickets for the stars, the venue, so that and mostly those sponsors, they will just need maybe in terms of the adverts, if you've got maybe a website or whatever platform you have to acknowledge them and so on. I think that's the way way you can make a little bit, not just 2 people, 3 people, they come together and say we are going to organize an independence party. I've seen disasters, I'm telling you. Yeah. I've seen people, promoters, fighting over money. You need to make sure that you make it professional. You sign contracts amongst yourselves and so on. Not my tetwapangire temamwene tekwali abantu kunalibe bantu sinadibe and so on. That's my my advice to people, to make sure that they can be more professional and in the approach.
Obviously, as a DJ, you have to work with music. What do you think about the the current Zambian scene?
I've come with my bag here with a sweat. This is what I wanted to show you about Zambian music. I have promoted Zambian music in the UK for quite a long time. But things have changed now. Okay. So you see this bag. This bag is a special bag.
Wow.
Where I have a collection of Zambian music that time when we're using the CDs. And if you see my CDs, they are original CDs. Because I used to travel a lot to Zambia, to go and buy.
Can you see this? You can see it on there.
To go and buy the CDs. And also at the same time, thank you very much to Chisha Volunteer. When I was doing the masters, I couldn't pay for my fees. I had a project where I produced a CD. This project,
Wow.
A CD here. I'll give you
like a compilation.
Compilation.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to produce. I think I have it here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this paid off of my my fees. When I was doing a masters. Degrees. Thank you very much to Chisha Volunteer. So you see, when you look at this, when you started, Black Moon 2 there, you are seeing JK nearly
all the albums,
and you can see signing JK. Whenever I used to buy JK and used to sign it, and actually JK came, for my 45th birthday. He played on my 45th birthday. We had a party in North London. So you can see all these JK. There you can see Nalu there. You can go there and look at this. There's Oke Chasaya, based in Canada. You remember this, the Masters, These 2 of them.
Oh, Master Flo.
Yeah, Master Flo. So you can see this quite organized family. Oh, this is Brian Chilala, the late Brian Chilala. Look, Zimas.
Wow.
And then this one, Brian came home. And then we produced this in my house. This
Mr. Chilala.
Chilala, we produced this. When we used to make those CDs, we had to.
And you signed it.
And signed it.
Wow.
So so this is where all this you're seeing there. Angela Nyelenda, Chameleon there, Angela Nyelenda there, Chameleon there, And this is the promotion. I used to buy these CDs in Zambia when I come. Buy. Make sure that there is no pirating and so on, because I'm a DJ.
Danny is actually.
Danny is there. Yes. You can see. There you go. Daliso. Mozegeta. You can see organized family there. B1.
Damiano. That's a friend.
Oh, that's a friend. Yes, you're going there. All these compilation from Chisha Frontier.
Wow.
If buy them, all of them. All these compilations there. Sakara Brothers, Masasu Band.
Wow. Glorious
Band. Bongozi, Piket Shala. So I'm a patriotic Zambian.
Wow.
The late
Matthew
Ngosa, all that. We are going, all these Zambian, Ephraim,
Jojo
Mangwaza, We're going, Mount Sinai there.
We can actually have a whole podcast just about this.
Yes.
This is twice. Yeah, twice.
Yeah, twice there. Yeah.
Bob Mabege.
Yeah, I have Nasty D as well, because Nasty D is like a close relative, friend as well.
Yeah.
You know, we used to, when he was here, used to, say, yeah.
I like this.
You like this one? Yoram.
If I came to your house, I would steal this.
Oh, yes. And
I wouldn't say a word.
There you go. He's now in the US.
Is that Shyman?
Shyman, yeah.
Wow.
Shyman Shaizo. Yeah, Nasty D there. Ranel.
He's actually recently cut his dread.
Yeah. Ranel, Boyd, Ali Kinkata, the B-Flow, who is now the president.
Mr. Obama, Exile.
Exile.
This is so lucky.
Yeah, so lucky. Exile there, you see. Yeah, wow. We go there. We're going there. Jimmy over there.
Yeah.
So many. MC Wabuino.
Who are these guys? Yeah.
This is they used to like a Kalindula thing. Mm-hmm. It's a Kalindula thing. Yeah. I remember this. This one.
MC Wabuino.
MC Wabuino there. Yeah.
John Chiti.
Mark II.
Wow.
Apondo there. Hey, so Winston. Ozzy. Peterson.
Wow.
All I can say.
Nasty D again here.
This chap there.
Slab D. Judy.
Yes, Slab D. Yeah.
No, I like this.
So and I've kept it because this for me. Yeah. This for me, it means a lot because I supported the late Joe Shibangu there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see these were some of them when they're playing like live, and they give me the CDs to play and so on. More and more. So this is where I'm coming from.
Wow.
Yeah, and say that Zambian music has changed. Now it's I would like to actually advise the musicians now to try and upload the music on Apple Music.
Yeah.
I know maybe probably they're not making a lot, but I think now because I'm playing now, we've changed. I play music now from my mobile phone. Of course, I'm not using it. I just use the app.
Yeah.
And then I use Apple.
Yep.
And just like mixing with it.
Yeah.
So music has changed, and
there's diversification that has taken place in terms of how the fans access the music.
Exactly, but I still miss the the CDs because nowadays there's no feel of that digital when you're just putting in and so because with this CDs and vinyl,
it was more tangible.
It was tangible, your feeling and so on. But at the end of the day, I still love Zambian music. Yeah, and I dance to Zambian music.
Who are your top 5 artists without maybe even a specific particular order?
Because I'm not that biased. In terms of because as a DJ, I don't need to have my favorite because I play for the audience.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't just play Zambian music. I play other music as well. But in terms of Zambian music, you mean at the moment, or maybe including everyone?
Maybe I can rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Who do you think have been the people that took Zambian music outside of Zambia? The artists that then or even now people could listen to outside Zambia besides just the Zambians?
Outside Zambia.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Because when you look at outside Zambia, baby, the first song which surprised me was a song by Roberto Amarua.
Yeah.
Because that song, because my the friends to my daughters, they were singing the song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're not, they're not Zambian. They were white.
Yeah.
And they were singing the song, and so So for me, I think at that moment, I could see that somebody as me. And then what next? Who else in terms of international, presence? I think when we say international, we also look at regional. I think your Mumps has had an impact on Zambian music when we look at around the region in Africa,
southern
and so on. Yeah, but for me, the person who I think changed Zambian music, I think is JK.
Yeah,
I'm going to say JK.
Yeah,
JK changed Zambian music so much.
JK did big things.
But he's underrated. That's what I think. He's underrated, but I think most of these youngsters and so on, I think JK was a role model. Was a role model, and that man is talented. I remember when we were around with him here, and people, when he performed, they were asking, I said, "Oh, he's got a good voice. Why can't So here and there, JK for me is amongst the five. Because I like Kalindula so much. I can't forget PK Chishala. Yeah. Although I can't say international, because internationally only few people, those who are interested in Zambian music, know what PK Chishala contributed to Zambian music, despite being blind. He had talent.
Massive talent.
Massive talent.
Because even people now, kids now know who PK Chishala is. I asked you before you came. Who you would like between PK or Pongozi. It was a difficult question for you. I hope you didn't do a research. It was just because I wanted to do a t-shirt for you. It hasn't come out the best, so I'm still going to do another one for you.
Woo, that's good. Thank you very much, Peter. So I'm going to redo it. So
that's yours.
Thank you.
Pass me the
Thank you,
Peter.
One
From the bag.
Oh, this man, I like. I can dance to his music. They all, I can play that album where there's church order, everything, and so I can dance the whole night. PK Chishala.
So I'm gonna give you 2 of them.
Oh, thank you very much.
I did a Pongozi one as well.
I see.
For that one, I'm going to redo them because I feel like they didn't come out perfect.
No. This means a lot to me. This means a lot to me. And as I mentioned, have I given you?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Oh, this is mine to keep?
That's yours to keep.
Thank you, sir.
And also, if you want a friend, you have got a friend to give.
Thank you very much. We have someone who's here.
Yes.
He's gonna benefit.
Because CDs are coming back. Sometimes Definitely. Now when I'm playing, remember that day I was playing at the Zambia Air Commission? I had my CD because I just want to feel, the music. Playing.
I think there's something that music does when it's just raw and played in its original format. Such that I'm actually trying to buy a vinyl player. I've actually been collecting some, but for me it's hip hop, so it's like Jay-Z stuff and things like that. Excellent. But I'll try to get some Zambian as well. Because I know you can get Pongozi ones. I'm not sure about PK.
But what I want to say is, this helped. Do you know that I actually, when I'm teaching, I teach human resource management and leadership. At the university, the Montfort University. I use music to teach my students. And sometimes I use, like Zambian music. I can use any music from, and then I translate and so on. And then they relate. And sometimes students come with their own music. Okay? Or I even tell them nowadays, because of AI, I'll tell them that we have learned about research, for example, research philosophy, the big words in research philosophy, we talk about ontology, epistemology, and so on. For them to remember, I tell them to actually produce a song. And then they produce a song using AI and singing and then writing up and so on. They like it. So at the end of the day, I just want to tell people, say that, music is not only just for dancing, but music is for therapy. When you're not feeling well, you just put in your favorite music and palast pezachabe uvina.
Before we end, I have some quick questions for you. Then I want you to give advice.
No worries.
These are just quick questions. I want you to tell me which one you would choose between the two. A PhD thesis or DJ mixtape?
PhD thesis.
Okay.
The reason why I've chosen that, because DJ mixtape, is that pirated? Is that legal? You see where I'm going? Because because most of these mixtapes, some of them are because I like promoting musicians so that they can make money. So that mixtape, if that mixtape is actually has got license, but like a thesis, I'll read the thesis and I'll acknowledge the person who's written the thesis in my whatever I'm writing.
Sure.
You understand? So this is where I'm trying now to be a devil's advocate.
UK weather or Bauleni weather?
Oh, Bauleni weather is great.
Organizational behavior or music production?
That one is tough. That one is tough. I'll go for that one because I'm not a producer.
Yeah.
Even if I've got the material, I've got the software, I've got everything, but I'm not a producer. I'll go for OB, organizational behavior.
Nshima or fish and chips?
At present, I'm not eating any carbs, carbohydrates, and so on. But of course, I've grown up eating Nshima, so I'll go for Nshima.
The future of African academia or the future of African music?
Africa academia has advanced so much. Music has advanced, but we're looking at South Africa and Nigeria still, a gap there. I think I'll go for African music.
Okay. To end, I want you to give some advice.
Yeah.
Any sort of advice you can give. This journey that you've had, the success you've accomplished. What can you say to someone who's in the shoes that you were once upon a time in, and is trying to be a DJ Shimpundi, is trying to be Dr. Henry Mumbi?
For me, actually, it's just my advice. You need to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's the first starting point. You need to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you need to start dreaming.
Yeah.
Dreams are free.
Yeah.
Start dreaming, But when you dream, you should make sure that, you are also realistic.
Yeah.
All right. So there's this which I call the grow model.
Yeah.
We use it normally for coaching. Okay. And sometimes we add the T. So the T is for the topic, whatever you want to do in life or whatever it is. That's the T. The G is for the goal. What do you want to achieve?
Yeah.
Your goal should be smart. Should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and also they should be time bound.
Yeah.
Then the R is for reality.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can make up all these goals, but what is the reality? Yeah. You are in Zambia, you are in Bauleni, you are producing music, and already you are thinking of United States and so on. But at the end of the day, start local and you are growing like that.
Yeah.
So reality comes, and then the O is for options.
Yeah.
So O is for options available. So when we are coaching, I usually these are the options, and you as a person, you choose the option you want to, to take, rather than me saying this is the path. You choose your path.
Yeah.
And then the last one, which makes the grow, is the W, which is the willpower. You need to have the willpower to actually, excel in life. And let me tell you, because sometimes people say, "Oh, you have made it," or it all depends. This is what we call it's sort of highly contested, because some people may say, "I'm rich," "You are rich," and so on. Richness comes in different forms.
Yeah.
Wealth comes in different forms. It's knowledge. I can say for me, I can say right now that I'm rich in knowledge.
Yeah.
But I'm poor in having sort of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my advice. My advice to somebody: be realistic when you are setting up your goals, but make sure that you have dreams as well.
Yeah.
But have the timeline. Make sure that you've got a time saying, by this time I want to achieve. Because if you're not doing that, you can't be monitoring. You can't measure. You need to make sure you are checking on your goals.
Yeah.
And then you reflect. Reflection is key.
Yeah.
Why was I not number 10 on the list, as a musician or whatever? What went wrong?
Yeah.
Or I'll go back to the studio, or maybe this is what I'm going to work on.
Yeah.
You see. So that's the way I believe in myself. We need to be realistic.
Yeah.
In life. And please, your mumps is your mumps. It's not you. JK is JK. You know what I mean? B flow is B flow.
Yeah.
You will never be B flow. So in other, be who you are. This is why the music in Zambia nowadays, sometimes I wonder, whereby there is a lot of imitation, trying to be somebody. And this one, people like that uniqueness. You need to be unique so that they can say, oh, unaimvera ija. You have to be unique, authentic, original. That is you. I know nowadays we just go in the studio and make up these beats here and that, here and there, and so on. But that's the way of life. We have to accept that. Even if those days we believed in the guitar, physical, and so on. But we have moved on. So that's the advice I can give. Believe in yourself. Never give up. I've told you I failed grade 7. Going to grade 6, but I never gave up. Resilience, tenacity, perseverance. Those are key in trying to. I never thought from Bauleni I would be here and then stand in front of a class full of different kind of people and teach them in my Bauleni accent. I never. But I believed one time when I started, I knew that somehow I'm gonna be. And in 2022, by the way, I was awarded. I was the best lecturer. Wow. I was, at the Montfort University, and I was awarded, the certificate and so on. And I was actually nominated by the students, not from the members of staff. So it can be done. Whatever background you are coming from, hard work. Okay. I know some people maybe education. Maybe they didn't actually do very well. But whatever you want to do, whether it's carpentry or whatever, you need to work hard. Be innovative. Be creative.
Be excellent.
And I'm telling you, you excel in life. That's the way I look at it nowadays. I'm a farmer now. Do you know that I'm a farmer? Yes, I'm a farmer now. I call myself, a remote farmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a farm in Chongwe, which I'm controlling remotely.
How's that going?
It's going well.
So far, so good.
I had some maize, for a small piece of that. We started now with 23 bags. This year we are aiming 150 bags. And who knows, next to be 1,000 bags and so on.
You're doing great things.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for according me this time. It's been wonderful. I would actually like to do this again, if you allow it.
Oh, Peter, thank you for having me. Thank you very much. I feel humbled. I never expected, when you called me, I never expected that it's going to be such a professional, environment and so on. Thank you very much, and God bless you. And I'll make sure that in my work, I'll also promote your page.
Thank you very much. Guys, thank you very much. That has been a conversation with Dr. Henry Mumbi, aka DJ Shimpundu. It's been a great conversation. I hope you liked it too. Do subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Let us know who else you want to see on the podcast. It's funny you mentioned Roberto as part of the conversation because he's our next guest. So thank you very much, guys. Until next time, it's bye for now.